Hello everybody. Just give me a second, I'm trying to figure this out. And then we can get Pietro on the screen. Alright, hello. Okay. Title's good. That's good. Can you hear me well? I'm good. Everything great. Just let me know in that if you can hear me well. I'm not sure about that. Great. Okay, that's good. So the game's supposed to be starting in about 15 minutes, I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna wait for Pietro's camera to put it on. Okay. How to increase elo? Okay. What's your elo right now? Depends. For every level, there's different things. It also depends on your playstyle, by the way. So normally if you're like under 1600 maybe, then you gotta do like as many tactics as you can, like puzzles, a lot of puzzles. That's basically what I was doing when I was like a little kid, when I was kind of playing tournaments and stuff. Oh, 900. Okay. So I would say, yeah, do as many puzzles as you can. There's a lot of free websites. If you have the, what do you call it, the membership on chess.com, then you can do as many as you like, and the more the better. That's basically how I increase my elo by like 500 points. So that's the first thing you gotta do. So like no openings, no nothing, just do puzzles, puzzles, and puzzles. Okay. Do you guys know how many points Pietro is on? I actually gotta search up who he's playing against today. Didn't do that. So give me a second. Wait. Okay, there we go. Pietro is playing with the black pieces, so we can do this. And then okay. Hello, hello. Wait, how do I edit this game? Wait. Interesting. Oh, there we go. Okay, so with the white pieces, we got Cardigan from France. And then with the black pieces, we got Pietro. There we go. Oh, what happened? Okay, should be starting around 10 minutes. Wait, can I add the rating on the people? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. There we go. So we got around a 2,000 opponent today. So slightly higher rated than Pietro, but we hope Pietro can outplay him. Hopefully. Anyways. Just checking. In the first round, he actually did win a 2100 ELO opponent. So, you know, he's doing great in the tournament. Yes, I'm pretty sure he was close. Okay, so Pietro is gonna send me the live video, basically his video, the live feed, in a few minutes. But we have to start like commentating on the game at 9:45 in around 20 minutes, because there's some strange rule that you have to. There has to be a 15-minute delay, so there's no cheating involved or anything. Fair play, you know. So, I guess we just wait till that moment. Right now. What do we do while we wait for the game? Do we? I know I saw somebody going over yesterday's game. I know that's possible to do. For the people that didn't see it, I think he lost yesterday, but it was a close game. Would like to see that. I know that's possible though. Is it? Okay guys, we got Pietro's live feed. We're gonna try get that on the screen right now. So, how do I do this? How do I do this? Okay, wait. Maybe open this. Okay. I'll hide the screen for a second so you guys, so I can put the video in here. Okay. Okay. Wait a second. I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Wait. Why did I not do it? Okay, I'm confused. There we go. So, bear with me guys. I'm trying to do something. I'm trying to put Pietro on the screen, but because it's been a while since I've done this, I'm struggling a bit. But anyways, I'll sort it out in a second, and everything will be fine. Wait, no. Why do I have two Pietros now? Wait, how do I leave one Pietro? Like this? Wait, no, now I have two chessboards. Hello, guys. Wait. Whilst we're waiting, I'm trying to figure something out. Why do I have two chessboards? I only want one. Okay. This is not good. Okay, I'm sorry guys, trying to figure this out. Oh my god. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think. Just bear with me, guys. Oh my god. It's not working for some reason. I can't have a chessboard and a video at the same time. I don't know how to do it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Why is this happening? Okay, maybe now. I think I might have gotten it. We got like 10 minutes to figure this out before Pietro starts, so... Okay. Okay, there we go, guys. I figured it out. Oh my god. It took quite a while. Now, let me just crop this out. Okay. You guys can see Pietro, you guys can see me, you guys can see the chessboard, everything good? And I think I'm supposed to go somewhere here. Okay guys, I'll leave the picture in here only, so for now, because that's supposed to be a 15-minute delay, so I technically can't be commentating on the game before 9:45, so that's when I'll start with the game. Because again, there's this rule that kind of doesn't let me do that for fair play. Anyways. We're starting in 5 minutes. Get your popcorn ready. Give me a second. I don't know. Alright. Alrighty. Five minutes to go. And okay, 3 minutes to go. Let's go. Okay, I think we can get started already. I think it's fine. Okay, let me start the video. Okay, there we go. The first move has been made by Pietro's opponent. E4 it is. Pietro plays C5, the Sicilian defense. That's a classic. It's a good one. That's what I play normally. Just open this up. We have knight f3 from his opponent. kind of blitzing out the moves. Just got a bit of a delay because I'm glitching. Knight c6 by Pietro. That's the classic Sicilian variation. There's nothing special going on for now. And here actually white has two moves. We have the bishop b5 or the d4. That's the two main moves. And he goes for bishop b5. That's called the Rossolimo attack. And it can be quite annoying, but it's also we're gonna have a good game. It's a very interesting game. So, and we have, is it e6 from Pietro? E6, also a decent move. And the idea of white is to take on c6 normally. That's what he does. Takes on c6, and basically in a second, Pietro captures with a pawn on b c6. Basically, the idea of white in these positions is to have these double pawns and kind of like attack them. On the other side for black is sometimes to break on d5 or go like d6 e5, something like this. Just play a slow game and try to, you know, get advantage in the future, get some play going on. Okay, I think that's no move for now. There's no move from Pietro, from his opponent, I mean. And he goes d3 just right now. d3, securing the pawn. No big idea, I guess. Just in case that's knight f6, the pawn is protected. And okay, that's a lot of plans here. That's plans with knight e7 and like g6, bishop g7. That's what I play normally is d5 because I like simple positions with not much going on, and yeah. Let's see what he's gonna do. I think this should still be his preparation for the game. Seems like nothing special has been made for now. It's just the main lines. I would go for d5, but also like queen c7, knight e7, or like, you know, the other good moves. I don't know, maybe you can go knight f6 too, but very similar plans. And we can see his opponent going for a little walk right there. And I don't know, it seems like he's confident in his position for now. Hello, hello. Up here now, already. Hello there. For the new people watching the stream for the first time this tournament, we got Pietro on 1 out of 3. He won the first game against a 2100 rated opponent, and the last 2 games he was doing really well against super strong opponents around the same rating, but like 2100 rated opponents, but with low time, with time trouble, time pressure, he blundered in both games and ended up losing. Okay, anyways, we got Pietro still thinking for now. No move has been made for now. Okay, wait, he played something. 97. Okay, that's the computer's best choice. The main line, one of the main lines at least. I'm not sure which one is the main line, but it's one of the main lines. And let's see what his opponent does. Sometimes you also want to go e5 in these positions, to like, occupy more space, and make moves like d6, quite annoying and not always available, because then you can take, like, let's say he goes, um, e5 after d6 takes and takes. You have these double pawns that are very weak, and they're very easy to attack by his opponents. Let's say bishop e3, and let's say Pietro does nothing. They have knight a3 and knight c4, and he's in trouble. But anyways, a move has been made by his opponent, and let's go back. Here he goes for b3, this b3 move, and I mean, the idea is obvious. He wants to move his bishop to b2, but what if Pietro goes for something like d6 and e5 and blocking that bishop away? Looks like a good plan to me. Okay, wait. Can I not pop this out? Okay. There we go. This way I can see what he's doing better. Okay, still no move from Pietro, but I'm pretty sure he is considering this idea of going d6 e5. It's very logical, makes sense, and he goes for it. He goes for d6 in this position, which is the best move. Is the move the computer suggests. So it's very nice to see him play it. Okay, so I'm expecting e5 to be the next move from his opponent. I mean, from Pietro, no matter what his opponent does, because that's basically the whole plan of the... Oh wait, why can you just realize something? You can see like part of Pietro. Why is that? Wait. Okay, having some technical problem, guys. Don't worry about it. I'll sort it out. Okay, let me see. Okay, there we go. We're back. Anyways, his opponent goes for this e5 move. He doesn't want Pietro to go for e5, so to kind of make sure he doesn't do it, he does it himself. Okay. I'm just looking at ideas here. If there's actually a very nice trick from Pietro here. If he takes this pawn, let's say, which is the move he's supposed to be considering, after knight e5, I was thinking queen d4, And after queen d4, this is a fork. You're attacking the knight, you're attacking the rook, and it looks like white has to resign. But that's an extremely dangerous trick by his opponent in this situation. He can go for knight c4, and after queen takes, bishop b2, queen a2, and knight c3, you go queen a6, and after knight d6, king d7 only move, and knight f7. Yes, black is a rook up, but black's king is insanely weak. We're also attacking the rook, by the way, and other than that, you know, the queen is out of the game completely. This bishops can never get out. The horse is on the way in the way, so I'm not sure his opponent saw this, and it's very hard to see. So I don't expect him to play this line, even if Pietro takes on e5. But other than that, let's see what he goes for. There's also other moves after d takes e5, and you know, he doesn't have to take on e5. He can go knight c3 and leave this pawn there for now, and you know, kind of just enjoy the position. Pietro would have two double pawns, but still, a pawn is a pawn, and you know, being a pawn up is always nice. But anyways, let's leave this position on for now, and Pietro is still thinking. Let's see what he's up to. Noticing what Pietro, how Pietro lost the last two games, he kind of needs to speed up a bit, in my opinion, because you know, I don't want him to get into time trouble and play with minutes left on the clock. It's always hard to do that. You have to take on e5. You know, you don't have to take. Actually, right now the computer's top choice is to go knight f5 here, and the idea being you don't take, you just wait for your opponent to take and take your bishop out in the future. That's the main idea. Okay. His opponent is just walking around for now. I mean, kind of taking a break from the game, I guess. At least that's what I normally do when I stand up, to give a nice little walk in the room, the playing hall. Okay. Okay, what is he going for? Okay, he took the pawn. He took the pawn, guys. He took the pawn, which, in my opinion, is the trickiest move. It creates problem for his opponent, and now after 95, you know, maybe he goes for queen d4. Who knows? And we have a very brutal game on the line. I kind of expect his opponent not to take, but go for like something like bishop b2, attacking the pawn. But then after a move like bishop b2, f6, and he's never getting this pawn back. I mean, yes, our king is weakened a bit on this diagonal, but we have an extra pawn, and I think that's a very nice position for black. So I would be very surprised if he goes for knight e5, and you know, after queen d4 he saw the whole line, because it's extremely hard to find, and you know, it's hard to understand too, even if you do find it. Hello, Lyrish Pool. Hello there, welcome to this stream. We're commenting on Pietro's game. Round 4 of the Caravel Cup in Rome. I was gonna go there, by the way. I got an invitation from the organizers on Instagram a few months ago. But on this date I have exams, so couldn't play the whole tournament. But anyways, so now we're here. Uh, Commenting on Pietro's game. So we're having fun and waiting for his opponent to make a move. How's life? Life is good, man. Commenting on the game right now, also creating content daily. So, enjoying. It's not how the lights in my room are weird. Okay. I actually want to see this 95 line again. Whilst his opponent's thinking, I think he'll take quite a bit in this position, because it's incredibly hard to decide what to do. And even though 95 is the top computer's move, and it is the best move, but again, this line 95, queen d4, forking the knight and the rook, knight c4 only move. If he doesn't go for knight c4, he loses the game. Knight c4, sacrificing the rook. Bishop b2, only move again. Queen a2, knight c3, only move again. So it's like 4 moves in a row, the 4 only moves in a row. And Pietro will have to leave, so he has the most obvious move in the position, and it's easy to make. But here his opponent has to find yet another only move, knight d6, and obviously king d8 would lose because of this fork, and you would just take the rook. So he would have to go king d7, and after knight f7, rook g8 to save the rook. White has a slight advantage of, we can see plus 0.5 in here, but the problem is white can lose it at any moment. So even though white is better in this position, and it's hard to play for both sides, if white does something, something weird, let's say, I don't know, queen e2, a slow move, the evaluation bar goes like up directly for black, and you have knight f5, the bishop gets out quickly, and even though this bishop on c8 does nothing and the queen is out of the game, black can find a way to get their pieces in a good position. So yeah, let's go back. We are in this position currently. His opponent still hasn't decided what he's doing, and he's currently wasting quite a lot of time, which is good. We always want, when we're playing long games especially, that's something a lot of people underestimate, but me as a player who's been playing this game for 10 years at a very high level, and I played in a lot of tournaments. Most of the games at this level you win on time, not on the board, because when it's a long game, normally even you're playing like a lower rated opponent, like let's say they won't make mistakes in the opening. They won't make mistakes when they have a lot of time. They have a lot of time to think, so it's quite rare for them to make a huge mistake that will turn the game around, and something like queen blunder or a rook blunder, that doesn't happen. So when you get deeper into the game, 3 hours in, and you have 30 minutes, but your opponent has 5 minutes, that's when they start making mistakes, and that's the point where we want to get to, and that's something not a lot of people understand, and I think that's what Pietro should be aiming for in this game. Actually, not in this game, and basically every game he plays from now on in the future. It's a very important, how do you say it? Very important feedback, I don't know, important thing to know. But I think his opponent's still thinking. Nothing changed for now. And I'm not surprised he's thinking. I don't think he saw this queen d4 fork. And, you know, I'm not sure that if I would be playing with white, I would find this whole line with knight e5, queen d4, knight e5, queen. Okay, never mind. Why am my arrows not drawing? Knight e5, queen d4, knight c4, queen a1, bishop b2, queen a2, knight c3, etc., etc. That line is practically impossible to find, in my opinion, and not even to find, to understand again. What I'd be thinking about with white in this position would be how to trap the black's queen. So let's say knight e5, queen d4, knight c4, queen a1, bishop b2, and after queen a2, I would be thinking about move like knight here. And the idea being is that the queen is trapped, it can like go away, it can, you know, it can escape. So if let's say black does nothing, you know, he just shuffles his rook around with no idea, we can go queen d2, we can go castles, and after rook g8 we have moves like rook a1 already trapping the queen. So that's, I think, something his opponent might be thinking right now, might be thinking about right now, and it makes a lot of sense. And if, you know, they get to this position, white is just lost. He's a queen down. But yeah, actually, this line I just showed you after knight a3 is just completely lost for white because bishop a6, and you know, after queen d2, bishop c4, knight c4. They have to take with the knight, or else we take the bishop. So after this, the queen just escapes, and black has a huge advantage. Rook up. So I think that's what his opponent might be thinking about right now, because I just don't believe he will find the other line. But anyways, let's see what he does. So he's been thinking for like 10 minutes already. I know it feels longer when you're like commentating or spectating. Like when you're there in the playing hall, time goes flying. Like when you're thinking, you just like 30 minutes can go by like 5 minutes. The time goes by very fast when you're there. Anyways, guys, uh, can y'all like, yeah, I don't know, can I make polls in this chat? I'd like to make like a poll of who wins or whatever. Or like, anyways, I mean, we're all here rooting for Pietro, so let's go. I don't know. Actually, it looks like it's the only move um, his opponent can do to, you know, not even keep an advantage, to stay in the game, you know, to fight for the win. Because if he like does a normal move like casting, not taking the pawn, after f6, yes, the computer says that black is only like slightly better. In my opinion, in this position, it's extremely hard to play with white and try to get the pawns back, because you realistically you're never capturing any of these pawns. These pawn on c5 might be weak. This one, because you know you can have bishop e3 and you know pieces stacking it, but still it's incredibly hard to get to it. So I think it's good news for Pietro if his opponent doesn't take on e5. Because again, I think I'd go for that position we just saw with like capturing the rook, and yes, your rook down, your rook up, but you'll have a very weak king and a very weak position. In a long game, I'd go for it. I think. In like a blitz game, yes, it's incredibly hard to play because you have a very weak king. Like I mean, um, but in a long game, should be just fine. Oh, you can see Pietro right there, making sure the camera's okay, or the phone. Yep, the opponent's still thinking. Hmm. Just, okay, okay. What we're saying, guys? What are your predictions? What's his opponent going to do? Is he gonna take? Is he gonna castle? Is he gonna take the knight out? I know. I think he will not be taking this pawn. It's think it's too risky. I think it's almost impossible to calculate that whole line. So anyways. This kind of this position, why has these problems on it? Like, and by problems I mean why the moves are hard to find. That's because of this b3 move. This b3 move in the beginning, I mean, it is the top computer line, but if you don't know how to play it, it's very hard to understand the idea. Because I think, wait, um, we're currently in this position. If you don't know this line with knight takes c5 and queen d4 and knight c4, etc., then it's not a line I would choose to play in a long game especially. And I think his opponent is kind of regretting his choice of playing this line, because yeah, you can see he's struggling to come up with a move. Oh. Bear with me, guys. I'm just putting my phone to charge because that's where I'm seeing the game at, like the actual game, the live feed. It's a very interesting position, but I would personally not want to be white in this situation. It just feels like it's, even though they are technically better, it's very hard to play. Okay, we gotta move. What did he play? Oh, queen e2. See, yeah, I told you it's very hard to find the 95 line, and queen e2 is actually not a good move at all, because yes, you are taking your queen out, but f6, like if Pietro finds this f6 move and actually tries to control and defend that pawn, then I'm struggling to understand his opponent's idea, his next moves. So that's the move I'm expecting from Pietro. Come on, you can find it. And also, if he doesn't, if he doesn't go for f6, by the way, that moves like knight f5. The computer is suggesting like knight f5, and basically the idea is being just like getting your, getting like your pieces out. You kind of threatening this. So after like queen, let's say e2, you can go on this diagonal with the bishop, and after c3 you can go and get the other bishop out, and, pressure this pawn, and black is just completely winning in here. So you don't even have to defend the pawn. You can choose to sacrifice it, and just go for the kind of aggressive approach. The just open everything up, get your pieces to good squares, and just play a normal game with nothing going on. Okay, we got a move from Pietro, and he doesn't go f6, unfortunately. He chooses to go for knight g6, which is not a bad move either, but now the problem is that, okay, if white takes, then they obviously actually no, if white takes, we can take, and he takes, and we go like something like bishop e7, and we want to bring our bishop to f6 and deliver this skewer, but this is not what the computer wants his opponent to do. The computer actually wants his opponent not to take and go for something like knight bd2 and leaving that pawn in there for now, and that's pretty much the reason why this knight g6 move was a mistake, because knight d2, and now if you try to defend it with f6, this knight is just out of the game. It just does nothing, and knight f4 is not a big threat. You can just go queen f1, so, or you can go g3 to block it. So basically what I'm trying to say, that the knight on f5 or like e7 is much better than on g6, and even though you are a pawn up, this knight can be a future target, because let's say we go bishop b2, bishop b7, and now after white castles long and we castle, after moves like h4, h5, this knight on g6 is a problem, because we always have to think about it. Like, where does it go? Does it go back to h8, or like, let's say after this g3, we can't go to f4 anymore, so what are we going to do? Are we going to go bishop d6, h5, knight e7, and kind of bring all our pieces together into a ball? And the computer does not like this. That's what I'm trying to say. And yes, I think his opponent might take on e5, because it's quite hard to understand why not taking is good, why going like knight bd2, bishop b2, and castle long, like playing it the gambit, like playing a gambit style with sacrificing the pawn. It's not easy to understand why that's good, but I mean, it's possible. So I do hope that his opponent decides to take on e5, and here he actually can take. So knight e5, queen d4. In this situation, knight takes, queen takes here and here. White is just winning here, because after castling, the queen is pretty much trapped. And we have moves like queen f3 coming in with, double attacks on the c6 and the f7 pawns. So hopefully Pietro, if he takes, he does not go for this line, and there's better lines like knight e5, queen e5, and bishop e7. And actually the reason why the computer is saying that this position is pretty much equal, and in some positions, actually, if white doesn't find this queen b2 move, which I don't even understand, white says that, the computer says that black is just winning because of this bishop f6 move and the very weak diagonal, even though we do have these very weak double pawns. We have very strong pieces. Pietro has how much points? He has 1 point. Okay, whose turn is it? It's the opponent's turn. I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back. Let me leave this position for you guys. the position we're currently at. There we go. Oh, okay, he made a move. H4, 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 H4. Decent move actually. I do like this move. I do like this move, and that's another reason. I mean, another reason why the knight g6 move was very doubtful, because he's throwing h5, and a move like h5 does weaken like this g5 squares at some point. This pawn is just not a pawn you want to have, let's say. And if you do nothing, let's say go bishop g d6, then h5, and actually no, h5 you have knight f4. Okay, at some point there will be h5, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. That's his idea. You do have this f6 move. That's the top computer move. And after f6, h5, you can go knight f4, bishop 4, e takes f4, and at some point you'll go e5 defending the f4 pawn. Like, let's say he goes queen d2 attacking it, you can go e5 to defend it, and now you have like a pawn chain that's unbreakable. And okay, knight g6 h4. That's a tough position for Pietro, I'm not gonna lie. After this knight g6 move, his opponent is forcing him to decide what he's gonna do, what he wants to do with his knight. And that's basically the target. Okay. Just give me a second, guys. Wait, no move. Yeah, he didn't move yet. Because I have a slight delay on the phone, so I need to look if he did move or not quite often. Okay. Actually, in this, I just remembered something. In this line, in this, the Rosalimo defense or attack or whatever. It's the attack. It's the Rosalimo attack, not defense. I played in a Spanish chess championship this summer, and I drew a very strong international master. So it was with white. So and it was a very interesting game. So basically, we're gonna have a very interesting game this time. Very interesting game because black normally has the idea of black like has like a very strong pawn on e5 that they're trying to guard. Um, that's what Pietro has to do in this position. He has to go like f6 or something, and white has very active pieces, so it's kind of if white does something wrong, if he's too slow. So let's say his opponent starts making moves after, let's say, f6, he goes to like a4 and does a random move. That's when black can get back in the game with like knight f4 and get into the attack. Um, but so white has to be very precise and go into the game with moves like knight c3 or something, knight c3, queen e4, trying to attack as many points as possible. These two pawns too, and black has to defend the pawn on e5. And if they manage to do it, then at some point they'll get a better position. And okay, let's see. Okay, hello hamster KP1GM. Hamster, hello there. How are you doing? Actually, by the way, a very curious thing in this position. I know you guys can't see the top engine moves, but c4 is the top engine move, and it has a very weird idea, which is to sacrifice the pawn, but at some point you'll get a very active bishop with bishop b7 and c5. Extremely hard to find, and at some point, when you'll get the bishop to b7, I mean like 10 moves, so it's not a move I would make. I mean, you can also put the rook on b8, but it doesn't really attack anything because it's just protected by the rook, the knight. So if I go for a move, I'd go for f6. I know what's Pietro thinking. He might be thinking for about knight f4, and but that's the problem. He has queen e5, and after knight g2, the knight gets trapped on g2, and we can't bring it out in time. So it's gonna get taken. How did Pietro play his last games? 2-1? No. He won the first game. So the first game he won against a 2100 player, a very strong one. But the second and third game, I'm pretty sure he lost both of them. I'm pretty sure he did. Let me just check. I don't wanna be saying he lost the game without him losing the game. But I'm pretty sure that's what happened. Caravel Cup 2020. But anyways, and the game, every game was super close. Yeah, Pietro did lose the last two games. He lost the last two games against 2100 rated opponents because of time. Actually, he was very low on time, and then he ended up just blundering. And the last game, I'm pretty sure he just blundered the bishop on the spot. The opponent's rook attacked his bishop, and he just didn't see it with low time, and he blundered. Is it? Is my stream frozen? No way, actually. No more technical problems, please. Oh, it's not frozen for me. I know. That's weird. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, you mean Pietro's frozen. Oh, okay, wait, let me sort that out. Wait, yeah, Pietro's stream is frozen. Why? Oh. Oh, that's not good, guys. That's not good at all. Oh my god. Looks like Pietro's stream, the face, um, the live cam is frozen. Maybe there's no Wi-Fi where he's currently at. Maybe they like cut the lights off, or I know what could happen, but it's not good. Whatever happened, it's nothing good, because now I can't see the moves he's making. We can't see him, so we have to guess what the moves are. Right. I know what to do. Maybe I just keep updating the page until his stream comes back up. No. Guys, this is not good. His stream officially cut off. It just ended. Oh. Okay. Let me try to figure something out. But the thing is, he has no phone, so how will he know? If I have if he has no phone, because he's not allowed to have one, technically, unless he checks the phone during the game. There's no game. Oh my god. Guys, what do we do in these situations? Maybe there's some people that have been here before. What am I supposed to do? Damn. Oh no. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, guys. I'm trying to text Pietro, even though he doesn't have his phone. So maybe there's some miracle happens, and Pietro checks his phone and sees that there's no connection. Oh, I don't know. Maybe his game ended, and maybe he won, and maybe he just ended the stream because he won the game. But what if that didn't happen? Interesting. Okay, maybe. Oh, maybe I become like a hero. I contact the organizers, tell them to tell Pietro that he has no stream. How about that? Yeah, let me do that. Okay, I'm texting the page, the Caravel Cup account. And no, maybe his maybe his game did end. Maybe his opponent blundered and resigned. I'm not sure, but I'll wait because I texted the organizer, and the organizer answered me. I mean, didn't answer me. They saw the message, so maybe they will answer me, and maybe we'll get him back. Hmm. Interesting. See. What a day, what a day. Because I don't think they stream the game, that's the thing. I don't think they do. Do they? If they stream the game, we could watch the game without his camera, without his video, which is not ideal, but still. But we get to see the game. But currently, we see nothing. We see no Pietro, we see no game, we don't know any moves. But I think he told me that there was no game, so. Okay, I got an answer from the organizers. They said that they're checking, so maybe we can get it back. Okay, Abdallah, hello. Basically, what happened is that Pietro stream his live feed, his video, his camera, it just cut off. So his stream, the video, it ended. For some reasons, maybe there was no Wi-Fi, or maybe I know, maybe the lights turned off. I don't know what happened. But anyways, we currently have no Pietro in here, so I texted the organizers to tell them to check, and maybe they're checking right now. So we'll be waiting for the game to be back. And maybe it will be back. I know. Hopefully it will. I want to finish the game. I want to finish commentating, watching it, spectating. So maybe we have another like 10 minutes of waiting. I don't know. I guess I'll just put the video unavailable for now. Just, I don't know. Because what moves? The moves that have been played are on the board. So we can go through the game real quick. this is what we saw at least. We saw a Sicilian game. Then knight f3, knight g6, the Rosalino attack, and Pietro here played e6, takes, d3, knight e7, b3, d6, e5, d takes e5, and he did not capture the pawn. Instead, he went for this queen e2 move, which I was not a fan of. And Pietro here could have played f6, protecting the pawn, but instead he went for this knight g6 move, which is not the worst, it's a good move. And after h4, this is where the game cut off. So after h4, there's no news. The video, his stream is unavailable. It just ended for some reason. So now we don't know what moves have been played. We don't know what happened, and we don't know what to do. So there we go. Kinda. I spoke a lot on that. I just tried explaining what happened. Okay, wait, let me try update the stream again. Maybe it's back. Nope, absolutely not. The stream is not back. Okay guys, we'll keep waiting. Very strange structure. Pietro usually don't play like that. I mean, he didn't really have a choice. I don't know what he plays against e4, but e4 he played the Sicilian defense, which is good, and you know his opponent played the Rosalino attack, which is a very good opening if you know how to play it. So we were expecting a very good game, very interesting game, but currently his video cut off. So there we go. Is this your first commentary for Pietro? Yes, I never commentated for Pietro ever. I did stream and commentate on some games before, like 2 years ago or something, but you know, didn't do it for now. Okay, wait. Pietro's typing. He sent me a new link. Okay, guys, we're back. We have a link from Pietro, a new link. Let's get going. Let me open this. Maybe? Please? Okay, guys, we're back. We're back in the game. Let's go. How do I know which moves have been played? Okay. Wait. Did I mess up? No, I'm stupid. Wait. Oh my god, what am I doing? So, I'll open the board in here. And then, and the other page, I'll open his game. There we go. Good. Everything good, guys? It's working for you? You know, I know I had a bit of confusion with the pages, but I think it should be good now. Wait, but do I have to wait 15 minutes now? I know what I have to do. I'm not sure what I have to do. No, yeah, I know what Pietro played, so there was a few moves he played, but there's technically a rule where I have to wait 15 minutes from the start of the game. But because of the stream ended, right now we're in live, so we're seeing the moves he's playing currently. We're supposed to be seeing the moves he played 15 minutes ago. But I don't think that's another option, so... And I also don't see, so that's h5. The moves that have been played were h5 and bishop d6 and g3. So I think this is what happened. Here he played bishop d6 or h5. What did he play? what are we saying, guys? Did he play bishop d6 or h5 in this position? Because on the board it says that he played both bishop d6 and h5. I just don't know the exact, what do you call it? H5. Okay, let's do. Wait, just played or played before? Oh my god, how do I know? How do I know? How do I know? Okay, which moves makes more sense here? H4, bishop d6. Let me see what the computer says. Bishop d6 or h5. Let's go with h5. I know, maybe it's the other way around. Maybe he played bishop d6 first, but it's something. We don't know it because we had technical problems, but we're back. So here h5, g3, bishop d6, and bishop b2. And this is the position we're currently looking at, I think. Right? I think. That's what we're looking at. I'm just trying to compare right now. It is the position. And I know. I'm just happy we're back. So if we're back, we're back. So that's good. And the stream is good, I think. Let me check the stream again. Pretty sure it's live. Okay, the stream is good. Whew. We have a bit of an adventure in here. There we go. I have three like, I have my computer, I'm streaming from there, and then I have my iPad, I have the Twitch and the chat in there, and I have my phone, because I can't see the chessboard, I can't see both my chessboard and his stream at the same time, so I kind of have like a whole setup in here. Or maybe you can do that, but I don't know how to do it. Anyways, hello, how are you? Welcome to the stream. We back with Pietro's game after some technical problems, but we're back. That's the important thing. And we're looking at this game. Actually, right now, let's go through a little bit what happened. Let me just commentate a bit on this. So h5 is a solid move. That's what we suppose he played. He played h5, and his opponent played g3 because I think basically he didn't want to allow this knight f4 move. And let me just check something real quick. So h5 was played with the bishop and d6. Okay, no, I'm just checking. I'm just checking if he played bishop d6 or h5 first. Maybe it wasn't part of the stream. But okay, anyways, h5, and here his opponent played g3, which is a good move. He doesn't want the knight to hop on f4, so instead he does, he plays g3 to disallow that. And after this bishop d6 move, protecting the pawn, his opponent decides to attack it again. And now Pietro in this position plays f6. The f6 move is a nice move. I like it. It's protecting the e5 square and kind of makes this e5 pawn the strongest piece on the board, almost. I'm just wondering right now what Pietro has planned for this queen e4 move. Oh, just knight e7. So if queen e4, he can just go knight e7, protecting the c6 pawn. See, that's how you escape double attacks. You just move back the knight, defend the pawn, and unfortunately, the computer still says that white is better in this position. But that's not the problem. That's not a problem, because it's very hard to play. No, it's slight advantage, nothing special. And if white is not careful, then what I would do is something like this: bishop, queen, castles, and then just castles, or something like that. That's something I would do without thinking, just more or less on instincts. That's what I would do. And we'll see what Pietro does. But yeah, after this, maybe it's g5 works sometimes. We can get through to the white king. We'll see. Let's not rush forward. Let's wait for our opponent's, Pietro's opponent's turn, and let's see what he does. Wait. Oh no, I thought he did something. He didn't. Never mind. That's my bad. Actually, guys, I'm gonna do something just in case. Might be a good idea. So, like, I don't know. His opponent seems chill, but I know. Wait, what did he play? He played. Oh, 9 BD2. He played this move, and which is the top engine move. That's what he wants him to do. And the idea is that he wants to bring the knight to e4, kind of double attack on the pawn and the bishop. Maybe knight c4 too at some point. I know. I mean, in my opinion, knight e4 is stronger, but maybe knight c4 works too at some point. Hello, Chess AZ. Oh, wait, weren't you were the guy that commentated yesterday, weren't you? Pretty sure you were. Maybe not. I know. It just sounds familiar, the name. So, yeah, 94 is something that his opponent wants to do, I think. And it's not looking great for now. That's no, by what I'm seeing, there's no plan for Pietro. There's no clear plan at least. So, I know what he has to do. Maybe, I don't know, I have no idea actually. I know sacrificing the pawn is good. Maybe not, because the extra pawn is the only advantage we currently have. So I don't know what we want to do. I know. Let me check. I mean, c4 is actually quite a nice move. Now that I'm thinking, maybe it gives him. It's not the computer's top choice. It's not even in the top three choices. But I think it maybe gives him some chance, some like game. You know, it gives him game. So in here, maybe after knight takes or something like that, maybe he has like bishop b7 at some point, and maybe this bishop is active. Oh, maybe we take away this bishop first. We go bishop b4. After this, maybe here we go bishop b7 and try kind of like snipe this diagonal. You know, let's call it this way. I know it's a very hard move to find, and I'm not sure that it's even a good move. It's just something I would do, which doesn't mean that Pietro has to play it. The computer's top move is 97, just making sure the knight is protected by other pieces and it's not weak, so moves like queen e4 never work. So I don't know. I guess we just wait for Pietro now. I'm just gonna check the stream if everything's good. Yeah, everything's working for now. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, wait, let's go back to the actual position. Kind of didn't do that. Which is my mistake. Forgot to go back. Still waiting for me. Oh, did he? He made a move. What did he do? I can't see from here. Wait. What did he do? King f7. King f7. What is your rating manual? Right now it's around 2250 in like FIDE. I think 2250. Because I played a tournament recently, but I like kind of like drew 4 2000s in a row, and I lost a lot of rating there. So I think I went from 2270 to 2250 or something like that. Anyways, it is what it is. It is what it is. King f7. The idea, by the way, of this move, why I like it, it is protecting the horse, so the knight. So he does what Pietro said, that this is what he thought. I think there's no way he can break through in the center, so there's no point for me to castle, and you know, kind of like, also if he castles, by the way, this pawn is weak, so maybe moves like knight g1 and queen h5 would be dangerous. That's why he can't castle, and he can't like follow the principles of chess, and that's why he has to go king f7. And the pawn is still protected, the knight is protected, and I think it's a good move for now, just to, you know, just to wait, see what's his opponent's plan. Maybe he wants to castle here, maybe he wants to castle there, I don't know. We'll see. That's some noise in the background. Is that? What kind of noise is it? Because honestly, it might be my computer, I'm not gonna lie. My computer, I'm streaming from like a MacBook, from Mac, and sometimes when I play like games or something, or like, I don't know, I watch videos, it gets overheated, and it like makes some sound. Maybe it's that, but then I'm not sure how I can fix that. Oh, like air, then it probably is my computer. Another line. Okay, wait. We have a move from the opponent. Is it like very bad? Is it like you can't hear me properly, or is it just like annoying? His opponent long castled. Because if it's like very bad, and maybe I try to do something. I don't know what, but just let me know how bad is it. I do need a new computer though. This computer kind of sucks already. It's not even that old, but it's just like the computers. I I don't know what they're meant for. Like you can't play games. You can't like streaming. Like when you stream, the computer's freaking like 40 degrees hot. It's super hot, and kind of like feels like touching fire right now. It's not very bad. I can hear, but it's still annoying. Yeah, I know, man. That's a bummer. I can't do nothing for now, unfortunately, about it. Hello, Jaden. Jaden, how are you doing? Um, do you have another move? Oh yeah, we do. We have a4 from Pietro trying to attack him, and I have a4 from his opponent. Uh, how is a5, a4 ideas? Yeah, that's the idea Pietro was trying to go for with this a5 move, but the problem is that his opponent just blocks him off with a4. And basically that's the big problem in this position, that Pietro can literally do nothing. He has no plan, and even though he's a pawn up, um, Um, the the issue is that he has no plan and he can't do anything. So the best thing he can do is just wait for his opponent to make a mistake, and that's not the best news. What's this about? This is about so Pietro right now is playing in the Caravel Cup in Rome, and pretty sure it's a new tournament that they organized. And I'm commenting on the round four. So he had round one, round two, round three. The past 2 days, he won the first round against a 2100 rated opponent, which is an amazing result. He unfortunately lost the other two games against 2100 rated opponents in time trouble. So he was going like, he was going like head to head with them. He was sometimes better, sometimes worse, sometimes equal. But there was no big advantage for anybody. And right now, yeah, we're playing this game. We're saying I think Pietro position is bad. He has less active pieces and less ideas. Yeah, definitely less pace. Definitely he's worse in this position. Not a lot, but the problem is that he has no plan. Queen e7 to prepare c4 maybe. Maybe that's something he can do. Like let's say queen e7, and I mean not right now, but maybe he can go bishop a6 first, and like if he just waits, c4 here might be good because if he takes, maybe we can take, and he takes, and we can go bishop a3. Kind of does nothing. I mean, because he doesn't have to take you. He can just stay there. It just opens up the position and gives the pawn away. So it's very hard. So I don't know. It says knight c4, bishop b4, but I don't see the idea, to be fair. Maybe we need to rotate the knight to c5 something. We can go like knight f8, knight d7, knight c5. I don't know. But anyways, let's get back to the actual game. Because I think Pietro made a move. So we're gonna go look what he came up with. He went knight e7. Top computer move, great move. Even though I'm not sure what was the idea of the move, but it is the top computer move. Maybe he wants to rotate the knight to d5 and just, I don't know, kind of build a blockade or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but it's one of the ideas. Also, I'm not sure what's the delay on the stream, because I speak right now. I'm speaking right now, and then I'm seeing on the stream that there's like a 20-second delay. So on the stream, I'm speaking in 20 seconds. Yes, it doesn't do anything, but for sake of to create counterplay and wait for the opponent's mistake as yours, you say. Yes, yes, definitely. So he definitely has to go for it at some point, right? Where are you from, Manuel? I'm like originally my parents are Russian. But I live in Spain. I live in Spain in Mallorca. It's like an island in the Balearic Islands. So we have Menorca, Mallorca, and Ibiza, and Formentera. I live in Mallorca. It's like the biggest out of all of them. It's a good place to live. It's sunny. Right now it's not cold. It's like maybe like 15 degrees outside, so it's fine. Yes, what I'm saying about creating counterplay, I'm not sure how you do it though. Like, I mean, c4, I think he has to play at some point because this pawn, it does nothing. Like, we gotta admit, it does absolutely nothing. The pawn is just useless. So maybe c4 definitely at some point. Maybe he has to prepare it somehow. Maybe like go bishop a6, queen c7, rook d8, rook b8, and then at some point c4. Yes, I speak Russian. Actually, just before the stream, I started the stream at like 9:10, 10 past 9, and from 8 to 9 I had a Russian lesson. You know that? I had a Russian lesson because I need to be how do you say it? I mean, I speak with my family, so I'm like fluent in it. But I need to like be my grammar needs to improve a bit, stuff, my spellings. So okay, that's no move from his opponent, right? Okay, if that's no move from his opponent, we have to wait. I mean, we can't do anything. We can't speed it up. Do, 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 do. Oh, Pietro went for a little walk right now. There we go. You know, you need to take a break from the games often. Actually, like, fun fact, when I play my games, like, mm, when it's my opponent's move, I almost never sit down. I just can't, you know, it's too much sitting down on the same spot. I always have to walk around, and I don't usually like tend to watch other games, so I don't like get so my brain doesn't get filled with unnecessary information and calculations. But um, but yeah, I normally don't sit down, and some tournaments actually, which is a cool thing. Some tournaments have they have like this big television with like the 10 boards, and you can see it in 2D. And cause I don't play a lot of tournaments like in real life, it's very easy for me to play like to look at the position in like 2D, like in chess.com, for example, on like a flat board. So I usually just sit down on the chair and look at the screen of my position and try to calculate in there. I am from Azerbaijan, so we can speak Russian too, but no worry about grammar. Most of the Russians don't know grammar well either because of that crazy grammar rule. Yeah, no. Oh, that's nice. It's nice you can speak Russian too. That's cool. No, but the thing is, I don't know. Maybe I want to. I know. I want to improve. I want to be like very fluent in all languages. So I speak Spanish, English, and Russian, and I wouldn't say I know I don't even know what my best language is. Maybe it is Russian. I don't know because I speak with my family, but I'm not entirely sure. I don't think Pietro will win in that position. His pawn structure is bad, less activity, less space, kind of bad king safety. Yes, yes, that is true. So Pietro's position is not looking good at all. But we don't lose hope. We cheer for Pietro. His opponent can always make mistakes. When I had a rating of 1800 around that, I went to the World Chess Championship under 12, I think it was. So I played in the same tournament as Gukesh. Who else we had there? Volodar Murzin is another World Rapid Chess Champion. I played in the same tournaments as them, and I was playing against people, and I was playing against FIDE Masters, actually, like one of the best people in the tournament, and I was winning like the 3 times out of 3, but I ended up losing the all the 3 games because even though I had a complete winning position, in some positions I even had checkmate in like four or five moves, but you know anything can happen. This is chess. It's a hard game. Um, you need to calculate a lot. You need to think a lot. So blunders are very common. Okay, I think his opponent didn't make a move yet. Did he? He didn't make a move. Fools will resign. Yep, exactly. You never resign. Should never resign. Do, 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 do. So yeah, the best plan we've had for now for Pietro that the chat created, and is the C4 plan. So maybe like prepare C4 and like get your pieces into good positions. At some point, just break through with C4. Um, so yes, AZ chess AZ. That's a good plan. Samuel Tartkor, the blunders are all there on the board waiting to be made. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. For everybody new coming in the stream, hello guys. Again, a little explanation of what's going on. It's round 4 of the Caravel Cup in Rome. Pietro, right now we're commenting for Pietro. Um, he's on 1 point out of three. That does not mean he's going bad at all. He's actually going. He's doing amazing in the tournament. He won one game at the first round against 2100, and the other two he lost by a little bit in time trouble. And now he's playing this game, and we actually see a move on the board. We do see a move on the board indeed, and now I gotta look, see what it is. Rook here. What is your upcoming tournament? I have no idea, honestly. I have no idea what's my upcoming tournament. I don't play a lot of tournaments, just the local ones, which are there's not a lot of them, and um, you know, I actually don't play chess a lot anymore. I'm creating content lately, and that takes a lot of time. You would know. It's quite hard to, find new ideas for videos, and I also have exams in the university right now, so it's a lot of stuff. So I have no time for chess anymore. But if I do get a chance and there's like a tournament on my island, I do play it. The tournament I play every year, there's a team championship of Mallorca. No, yeah, team championship of Mallorca, and it's basically you have 5 boards, and I play on one of the 5 boards, and it's like matches. Your team plays against another team, and the team that scores the most points against each other wins the game. And we actually won that tournament last year. And I actually like those tournaments because like it's a long tournament. You only have 1 round per week, so it's like you can relax. You don't have to prepare. You don't have to you don't have to do much. Anyways, here actually after this rook e1 move, I'm seeing a plan right now. I'm seeing an actual plan. Look at this, not f5 move. I want to go knight d4. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a very, very interesting move. Because knight d4, it attacks the knight. It's protected by 2 pawns too. So I think a knight on d4 would be amazing. It would be like a dream. And I think it's the best Pietro can actually come up with right now. Also, by the way, a move like c3, if he wants to block it, it's not a good move because of like bishop a6 or like bishop a6 or rook b8, and all of a sudden all of his pawns are very weak. This pawn is weak, this pawn is weak, the queen can like come help at some point. So knight f5 is definitely a move he should go for, and if he does go for it, I think we're very happy. We are very happy indeed. He goes for knight d5. That's unfortunate because this move, the problem is it doesn't have any plan behind it. Like knight d5, yes, it's a good square for a knight, but where does the knight go? Like where does it go after that? Yep. Yes, I have full-time job and trying to create content as well. Never guess content creating take this much time, and actually you need to do it as full-time to do good very well. Yes, exactly, exactly. If you don't focus on like the content creation and you just do, don't record a lot and you post like once in a week, then there's just too many, too many other accounts that are competing with you. So it's hard to come up with ideas, it's hard to record, it's hard to find the time for it, edit the videos. So yeah, and every day it becomes harder too because every day there's less and less ideas. So anyways, 95 from Pietro we're seeing on the board. Again, I repeat, I see no plan from Pietro in here at all. I don't know what's his plan, we can ask him later. And I actually wait. Does he do interviews at the end of the stream? I don't know if he does. It'd be nice if he could like talk to chat, like Yes, guys, in this position, I thought there's this. I know. It would be nice if I can get him to do that. Okay. How we're looking at the time, I don't see the clock, so I'll have to zoom in on my phone. Both players have 46 minutes at the moment. And yes. Still the opponent's turn. Okay, okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. But you know the good news, guys? Um, Even though Pietro has no plan, I think he doesn't have a plan. I don't think his opponent has a plan either. Like if you're the opponent, what are you gonna do? Actually, never mind. I actually see a plan already for his opponent, which it does not look good for Pietro at all. Like rook hg1, let's say, or the other rook to g1, and try to go g4 and kind of double stack like this. At some point, it's very dangerous. Looks very dangerous to me, but hopefully that's not what happens. I think Pietro's plan is to put the knight on b2, 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 and if c3, then possibly weak. Oh, knight on b4, you mean? Uh, I mean, yeah, true. But what does the knight do then? No, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't help. Having in mind that the opponent's plan is rook hg1 g4, I think it does nothing. Wait, we have a move from the opponent. Oh, knight c4, knight c4. This is what the opponent plays after knight d5. He plays knight c4. I mean, yes, b4, but again, it doesn't do anything. You know, it kind of does nothing in there. Like it's not attacking anything. Kind of need to. He needs to try to avoid this useless moves. Like yes, the knight is in a good square. Yes, it can be attacked, but it doesn't do anything. And I think what Pietro has to do right now is kind of like prevent his opponent's plans. You know, I don't know how he can do that, having in mind that his plan is rook g1 and g4. That's the only plan I see for him. But right now, actually, Pietro has quite an easy move. He has an easy move. He can go bishop c7. Or something like that. Wait, guys, let me try something for you. So you don't hear the air behind me. Let me try something. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. So, okay. Pietro looks very nervous. He should be. It's not the greatest position, so that doesn't really surprise me. Um, okay. Here, audio source. Where's the audio source? Audio import, input, capture. There you go. Okay. I'm gonna put on a mic. But the thing is, because my computer is so it's not a good computer at all because it's half broken. Maybe it doesn't work. Does it work? Absolutely not. It's not working. Never mind. Okay. Never mind, never mind. Oh, wait. Cancel. Let me delete this. There we go. Oh my god. Tried to do something, but didn't work out because my computer needs either a new computer or my computer needs a repair that will cost more than a new computer. It's one of the two things. Okay. Okay. What do we do? What do we do? Pietro didn't make a move. It's hard. It's actually not very easy to decide what to do here. Do I keep them? Do I keep the bishop? Do I want him to take me? Um, I think you don't want him to take you. Honestly, this bishop kind of controls the whole position. The c5 pawn, the e5 pawn. I'm afraid that maybe if he goes like bishop a6, knight d6, queen d6, and at some point there might be like these captures on e5, which will kind of rip apart his position. After f takes e5, bishop takes e5. Um, we have like queen e7. I mean, anyways, the king is very weak. This pawn is weak. Um, White's pieces are very good. What is your computer components? I have no idea, man. It's it's a MacBook, and I'm not an expert in this, you know. I know, no idea. I just look. I just opened the what do you call them? The components. I think that's what they call the components, but it doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I do need a new computer, and I'll get one soon, because it's my. Because I was planning to start streaming too, like on Twitch and stuff, or maybe YouTube. But the thing is, you know, I can't stream with this computer because it'll explode in a few streams. So maybe this stream is the last use of this computer. You know, that's what I'm trying to say. So we go here, he goes there, we go here. Okay, good, good, good. How's the time looking? Ooh, Pietro's down on time, and I can see his hand like getting up to make a move, but he needs like more. He needs to be more confident in himself in this positions. In this, I mean, it's hard. It's hard because obviously not the greatest position ever. Well, whatever. Never lose hope. Yep, still no move from Pietro. Pietro checkmate. Checkmate. Oh, that's a move. That's a move, and it's bishop c7. Good move. Good move. Best move in the position yet again by Pietro. Yeah, the idea is just that you don't want him to capture a bishop, and that's it. And this bishop protects the pawn on e5, so it kind of keeps your position safe. And you know, if he goes like bishop a3, you don't care about the pawn. I mean, you can go knight b4 if you want to, but this pawn is useless anyways. Yep. Wait, give me a second, guys. I think there's someone breaking into my house. Yeah, guys, my bad. Trying to solve some stuff. Okay, guys, what I missed? There was a delivery guy, and there's nobody in my house except me. So here I am. Any moves have been made? Let me check. 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 Okay, some moves have been made. So after bishop c7. Wait, guys, I need help. Oh wait, no, bishop c7 did not happen. I'm a bum. He played queen c7, not bishop c7. Oh, that's not a good move then. Queen c7, that's a very weird move. And after queen c7, he played knight fd2, which is not a good move either, but it's understandable because he wants to bring his knight to e4 and kind of attack the bishop, go for the bishop. But Pietro here, he just needs to keep the bishop, you know, he needs to go, he wants to go bishop e7, bishop f8. Oh, I also missed some chats. How did you get to know Pietro? I don't know Pietro. I mean, I know who he is. I mean, I talked to him one time on the call, but we just followed each other on social media because both of us create content. And then because I wanted to start streaming soon, I decided to try out to commentate another game because it's been a while, and here I am. By the way, I don't know him in person. I don't know him in person. But I do look. I like his videos. I do watch his videos. I like his videos. I like his videos. Um, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's a few moves that have been played. There's been this Queen C7 move and Knight D2, but for some reason, because my screen is tiny, the stream of Pietro, I saw Bishop C7 instead of Queen C7, but Queen C7 was the actual move. But this move, why is it bad? Because White needs to take the bishop, because this is the bishop that was holding the whole position. So if he takes it, Queen D6, the same plan, knight d2, knight e4, and knight c4, exactly the same thing, but without the bishop, and it's not good for Pietro. That's why in this second chance, his opponent gave him a second chance with this knight fd2 move. He can leave with the bishop to e7. He can, and he needs to do it, or f8. e7 or f8, one of the two moves. The idea of f8, by the way, why f8 and why not e7, is to prepare for the future plans. Like the f8, bishop f8 move is the top computer move, but it seems like it seems unnatural, because after bishop f8, you block the rook, you put him in the starting position. But if he ever tries to go for this and this takes, this bishop is protecting the pawn, so it's better than on e7. But instead of this, he plays bishop d7, which is not a bad move, but again, knight d6 is just almost fatal. It ruins his whole position. It doesn't give him any counterplay, and that's what his opponent has to do. Will he do it? I don't know, but that's what he has to do. That's what the computer thinks he has to do. How long have you been playing chess? I've been playing chess for around 11 years already. I started when I was 6. I'm almost 18 for now. So, yes. So, I actually start just to give you a bit of stories whilst this guy's thinking. I started playing chess when I was 6. My dad taught me because I was very lucky. I wouldn't be here. I went to a school that had chess as a subject. We had, in Spain it's not common. It's one of the only schools in Spain, I think, that has chess as a subject. It's not common at all. So we had one time per month, instead of a math lesson, we had chess. And all my classmates knew how to play. I didn't know how to play, so one day I just asked my dad to teach me. He taught me how to play. Then I've been going to chess club for a few months or a year, and then soon I won the Mallorca Chess Championship under 8, and that's how my chess path started. I won that tournament, and then I continued studying, playing, and now by practicing with my coach. I got a coach, one of the best coaches in Russia at the time, and I've been having chess lessons with this coach for over 10 years already, and we recently kind of parted paths because I don't have time to study chess, and he wasn't really motivated to teach me anymore. So there we go. I have no coach anymore, and I don't think I really need one anymore. So there we go. Okay. I'm chit-chatting a lot. Oh, you're the meme guy. Wow, I just followed you on Instagram. Nice content. Thank you very much, Tammy. I appreciate that a lot. I appreciate the follow. And yes, I do try to make some fun chess-related content, not going into deep chess analysis or things for professional chess players. Instead, just going for funny chess videos around chess. That's what I like doing more. So I'm a bit of a I don't tend to do this type of content like what I'm doing right now, streaming for Pietro. Um, but it's nice to give it a go. I'm really enjoying this stream, and You know, we had some little adventures, technical problems. So, you know, it's nice to do something different. Pietro is not doing that badly, actually. He's not doing that badly. I mean, they're getting close on time. Both of the players have 35 minutes and around that time. So, learn chess with Pranay. Hello, Pranay. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome, man. Yep, the opponent's still thinking. We got 13 likes on the stream. Great, great, great stuff. I don't know if they do anything at the likes, but anyways, like the video if you not the video, like the stream if you like it, and maybe it does do something. I don't know, but probably should do something. Anyways. Had a guy walk past. What happened in the third round? I saw a game just like briefly for before the stream, and what happened was that they were in equal position or something around there, like more or less equal, and you know, it was pretty much a balanced game, no big errors, but with low time, with minutes left on the clock, I think our Pietro blundered his bishop in one move. He didn't see that the rook was attacking his bishop, and unfortunately he lost. But he did a great job, and that's what I'm saying. Pietro needs to, like, if he manages to control his time a bit better in this game, um, he has good chances to outplay his opponent. Because it's a very close position. There's no like beefing going around. It's just a bit of chill position with not much going on, just like plans, and you know, let's see how it goes. Pietro has no plan, by the way, I think, but maybe he's playing for a draw. A draw is good too, because have in mind that they have like a 270 point difference in rating, so a draw for Pietro is a good result. A draw for Pietro actually is like if I drew a grandmaster or something like that, because I never did that. No, I actually did, never mind. But anyways, I think it's a great start to the tournament for Pietro. There are like 7 rounds, I think, or 8. 1 out of 3 is a good score. Opponent's still thinking. So again, let's get back to the game a little bit. His opponent is thinking, the obvious plan for me is to either take the knight and go like knight c4 and sacrifice on e5 at some point, or the other potential idea he can have is to go g4. So my predictions are either he plays g4 or he plays knight d6 capturing the knight, or he goes knight e4 or changes the game. But I think he wouldn't be going for knight e4 because it kind of lets him bring the bishop back forcefully. You know, he's kind of forced to bring it back. And if I have to play a move in this position with white, I'd definitely go rook hg1. Like, come on, we gotta start attacking on the g file and give Pietro some problems. Of course I do. I hope he doesn't do that. I hope he does something stupid, so we can get because we're voting for Pietro, because I'm streaming for Pietro, so there you go. Anyways, um, come on, come on. Let's see what happens. Rook G1. I mean, I feel like if he goes Rook G1, the game would be uh, too hard for Pietro, and we wouldn't get. I want to see some, I want to see some. How do you say it? I want to see a fight from Pietro. I want him to give him a good fight. I want him to counterattack him, and maybe see a good, nice little uh, game. Nope, there he comes up. Oh, there's no Pietro anymore in the image. Pietro is gone. I don't know why, but I see my stream like... Okay, no. I see it delayed. Which is not supposed to be happening. Or maybe it is, I don't know. What's your rating? FIDE, and like the actual rating, the FIDE rating is like 2250. On I currently play on League Chess, it's like 2800, something like that. On Chess.com, I think it's around that too. I remember. Oh, the opponent made a move, and it's Queen e4. It's a move I didn't even consider. But the thing is, no matter what the opponent does, he's better. Like, Pietro doesn't have a plan for now, so... Yes. Queen e4 it is, and... yeah. Again, if I have to choose a move, it will be to move my bishop away. And we see both players stand up from the board, and I know, is the game over? What's going on? It's actually very rare for both players to stand up at the same time. And it's funny too. I remember when I have to use like the bathroom, or I'm just walking around, and I see my opponent just like start walking around with me, and I'm like, are we playing a chess game or what we're doing? Anyways, Queen e4, and let's wait for Pietro to come back from wherever he is. Damn, you're a strong player. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm not bad. I'm not bad at the game, and hopefully I'm not bad at the game because I spent most of my life doing this. So I'm not saying I'm gonna become a pro player, like, and make it a living, and I don't want to do that. But anyways, not bad. And that's why I'm commentating, because I know something. Yeah, still nobody seen at the chessboard. Empty. Just some guy walking around looking at it, but. Okay. Oh, there he comes. He came back, and it's not obvious at all what he has to do right now. To be honest, like, there's no threat with this move. I mean, if he didn't see that he needs to kind of defend the bishop, like move it away to e7 or f8, I'm not sure what he's gonna go for. I'm actually have a little plan. What can he like maybe like do something like this, or is it too crazy? Like hide his king away from that side of the board and bring it over here or something. I mean, that doesn't really make sense. I'm just like, maybe if he's afraid of the other pieces. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Trying to. Can he not just sack the rook in b3? Uh, I mean, it's a bit of a, what do you call it? Very enthusiastic plan, you know. Sack the rook on b3. I mean, it's not the greatest idea ever because it doesn't do anything. You just like take back and that's it. So maybe for a video it's good, you know, it's good content, you know, just sack the rook for the just you know for a video, for a clip. I know. Don't think he wants to do that in a serious tournament. I don't know. My dogs are barking, so I don't know. Maybe someone came in. I don't know. Something's happening. Actually, Pietro's opponent has been away for a while already. Okay, wait. I need to open the door now again. Oh, okay, guys, I'm back. It's a crazy day today. Got some chicken delivery from some person. Pietro did not make a move still, so it's okay. but he needs to speed up. That's true. He needs to speed up quite a bit because he's low on time. He's getting low on time. He's he's on 26 minute. His opponent's on 32 minute. I'm pretty sure you guys can't see it from here because it's not big enough. Is it? Yeah, you guys can't see it. But anyways, that's the time situation. To comment a bit on that. To just on that. Yeah, it's cold. But that's the problem. That's why this system, when I played it with white, I was telling you guys, I played this system, the Russell Lima with white against the international master, and I was winning against him. Then I managed to make a draw. I mean, didn't matter, you know. He escaped with a draw. Let's put it that way. Um, it's a very easy system to play with white. It's like even though you're a pawn down, your opponent has no ideas because he has no ideas at all. He has no plans because these pawns are doubled. So you know if this pawn would be on b6, maybe there would be ideas like b5 or something like this. Something like this, just break through the king to the king, and you would have some plan. But you know these pawns, they don't allow you to do that, and he has like just a barrier of pawns, a blockade of pawns, and can't do anything about it. And the extra pawn is useless. So what can I say? It's not looking good, not looking great. Oh, Pietro played a move. I need to zoom in because I don't see what he played. Knight e7. Okay, so he kind of understood his mistake of putting the knight on d5, and he realized that it has no, the move doesn't make sense, and now he goes for it, and maybe he wants to rotate the knight on d4, but anyways, that's why he kind of wasted the tempo, and it's not great. Again, he can go g4 here again, g4, and take g4, take, and after the move like rook d8, go here, and rook g8 and try to push the pawn h5, h4, h7, and just demolish the king. So that's something his opponent can do. But actually, the good thing about this opponent, he doesn't seem as a too aggressive player. So he doesn't like march for this. So he's taking it like slowly, kind of going a bit positional, rethinking, changing his mind whilst he's playing a lot. So he's not very aggressive. Like I would have played this g4 move like 5 moves ago. I wouldn't be able to not do it. I would just go for it right away. But again, he has too many good moves. Like any move he does is good. His opponent. That's why it's, and with considering the time situation too, Pietro having 25 minutes and his opponent having 30 minutes. This is easy to play with white with 10 minutes on the clock than with black with 30 minutes on the clock. Because black has no dangerous plans or moves at all. White has a lot of them. You need to calculate always what if he takes. You need to calculate always what if he goes f4. You need to calculate what if he goes g4. You need to calculate what if I know that sometimes the sacrifice on e5. You need to calculate all of that. You need to calculate maybe when bishop a3, or when maybe the pawn is weak. I don't know. You need to calculate knight f3, knight g5, and like trying to break the center. That's a lot of things you have to calculate with the white piece. I do have a title. I'm actually a FIDE master non-officially. I mean, by non-officially, I mean that I don't have the title yet, but I did achieve it on the Spanish Chess Championship this year. I got my FIDE Master title, but I just didn't. They didn't give it to me yet. I need to wait like 2 3 months to get it. And but yeah, for now I'm a candidate master. In 2 3 months I'll be a FIDE master because like because they'll give me the title by then. That's basically my goal in chess, was to get to FIDE master. I achieved it this summer, so now I'm happy. I don't have to worry about playing tournaments anymore. I'll get to Hopefully I'll get to international master just by playing chess without studying at some point. It's not a huge difference from FIDE master to international master, and if I just keep playing, it shouldn't be that hard. Congo, Congo, that's a country. What does Congo have to do with it? I was like, celebrations, yay! Oh, celebrations, celebrations. You know what, guys? By the way, I'll share with you guys here. I was planning to stream a Santa Claus today, but I thought it was too early for Christmas stuff. I I basically made a costume for Christmas. It's basically a Santa Claus costume, but in white and black. So it's like a checkered pattern, like a chess pattern, like chessboard. And I'll be going around the city, gifting presents, chess presents to people. But yeah, I wanted to dress up as a Santa Claus today and do a stream like that, but then I thought it's too early, too early. And then also I'd be probably sweating like crazy right now. But anyways, I know I got a Christmas spirit already. Like I got a Christmas tree in my house. I got a what else do I have? Oh, I got a snowman in my house, like a little plastic one that my dog wants to eat. And yeah, actually a lot of cities. Like I'm going to London this weekend. They have a what do you call it? They have already like something like a Christmas market going on already. So that would be fun. That would be fun. Yeah, I mean, his opponent actually, Pietro's opponent doesn't seem very confident. Like, I don't know why, but he's not moving. Like, he wants to, for the clock to be even, to stay the same. But they're both getting to 25 minutes right now. Pietro and his opponent both have 25 minutes, and let's see what the idea is. Let's see what he's gonna do. Also, by the way, it's hard to see in here because the chess pieces are a bit weird now. Like the bishop looks like a queen, so I know I never seen these pieces before, but they're cool. They're cool, but just like not used to it. Not used to it, and that's it. Okay, let's see. Let's see what. Oh, his opponent. Oh no, his opponent went g4. He's gonna rip Pietro's position open. It's not good. And now Pietro. I mean, I don't know if he would do that, but normally when you play a long game of chess, not even a long game, when you play a game of chess, you're supposed to calculate whilst your opponent is thinking. So he's supposed to be thinking while his opponent is thinking. So yes, that's what he did. He calculated after here he would take, and he takes. That's the best move. And here his opponent has a few choices. He can take on g4. He can take on d6. He can go h5 first to like maybe weaken the g6 square even more. He can go rook g1 maybe. No, not this one. This one. I don't know, he has a lot of plans. How many hours do you study chess? Right now, 0. For the past year, I haven't studied a lot. Only when I'm like preparing for a chess game or something like that. For like if I'm playing a tournament and I know who I'm playing tomorrow, then I would like look at some opening or prepare against him. But like on a regular day, I don't study at all. Like I play maybe if I have like if I'm like in a car and we're going to the airport or something, or I know I have nothing to do. If I have nothing to do at all, maybe I might play a game of chess. Like, but I don't play a lot anymore. Meanwhile, I was yapping. This our opponent took on G4, Pietro's opponent, and yeah, a move that sounds good, that looks good to me is knight f5 here. Knight f5 looks good. Because knight f5, you're defending the pawn on g7, you're attacking the pawn on h4, maybe you want to hop on d4 at some point. You also want to bring, like what I'm saying, here, maybe you want to bring your bishop back. Let's see. When I didn't have any title? Well, that's a good question. Let me think actually about it. When I was 6, 7, 8 years old, I studied maybe like 3, 4 hours per day. I would wake up at like I'm not kidding. I would wake up at 6 a.m. and I would read a chess book without knowing the language. I didn't understand anything that was in the chess book. I was just looking at the position because I just like chess, and then at some point, like 9, 10, 11 years, I kind of lost motivation a bit and didn't really study that much, maybe like 2 hours per day. And then at one point, I just stopped studying, and that's it. No, actually, like the past, not this year, but the past 2 years, I've been studying. I haven't been studying. I was just playing games, and even just playing games and getting like um, experience and like analyzing your mistake. That even kind of that even that helps. So the more time you spend, the better. I lost to a kid who was 13 years old on the Spanish Chess Championship this year. He's also a FIDE master right now, and he studies like 3 hours per day, 3, 4 hours per day. And then I saw an interview of Faustino Oro, the Argentinian the Messi of chess, how they call him. I saw a video where he says he studies like I think it was 6 hours per day or something like that, and he says he goes to school in the morning, and then when he finishes he goes studies chess. So the more you study, the better. But I haven't studied at all. I'm quite talented in chess, or I was. That's why I got to this level. And then at this point, I don't study. I just, from my experience, I know, and like intuition, I know which move is good, which move is bad. So, anyways, it's Pietro's move, and no, it doesn't look like he's in a hurry right now. He's not really going that fast, honestly. He's just sitting there thinking. Now I gotta charge my iPad. I got one charger for 3 devices. It's crazy. There we go. Still no move seen from Pietro, unfortunately. Okay. This is the time where you actually gotta like trust your intuition a bit. You just need to. The thing is, why he's losing. why his position is not good, not looking good. Look at these pieces: the bishop, the knight. They just like they're not doing anything. If you put the bishop on f5, this bishop on d4, this knight on d5, let's say these our pieces can like, oh, they can teleport. If you put them here on these squares, then you have a good position. But unfortunately, that's not the case. And still no move. Still no move. I will start playing FIDE tournaments from next year. Great. You should definitely. You should. It's a cool, very nice experience. You know. I love playing tournaments. Honestly, it's like uh, as a kid especially. There was this tournament in Gibraltar, and it was they had very they had crazy like prize pools. They had like for kids. It was a kids tournament, and the first prize, like the winner, would get like 3,000 euros, something like that. And I never won it. I got close, but I won like first place in my category, and I got like 500 euros, something like that, which is very good. And it was like organized in a cool hotel, and it was a cool event. But at some point, the hotel they organized the tournament just got like crushed. They just got like demolished, and there's no tournament anymore. Anyways, uh, how's Pietro's time looking? Uh, oh my god, it's not looking good. But he, what? Wait, what? No, no way. Is this a good move? He plays, ladies and gentlemen, e4. Yes, e4. And I personally don't understand the move at all. Ooh, I mean, I kind of do now that I think about it. He wants this 94, bishop f4, king here, and e5. He wants to activate his pieces, make sure the bishop is out of the game, attack the queen, get this bishop rolling. But he missed a critical moment. He missed something very big. He does not have to take the pawn immediately. Obviously, he can take with the rook, because, I mean, actually, no, f5 doesn't work because we have queen f3 and it's pinned. But rook taking with the rook is not good because we have e5 again and the bishop gets active. Taking with the pawn again is not good because we have bishop f4 and e5. It's not that good. But what he really missed is knight d6. Knight d6 is check, you gotta take. And after like a move like knight e4, I honestly don't know what he has to do. Because rook is coming. This is weak. This is weak. This is weak. So this, this. Basically, all of the pieces in Pietro's position are weak. That's what I'm trying to say. But we don't lose hope. Maybe the opponent blunders and he goes like, okay, the worst thing is that he can blunder. So if he can blunder, then I know. Dun, dun, dun. Oh. The opponent has a lot of choices, honestly, but I don't know. I'm not sure about this e4 move. I think he was a bit too brave for that move. Because you don't really want to open this line either. Because, this pawn is weak too. And he's low on time. Unless we have like an absolute cinema moment, like where his opponent just like sacrifices the queen or something, I really don't see a way Pietro can get the comeback. It's unfortunate. Oh. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. The good thing when the both players have no time left, like very little time, anything can happen, and by anything I mean anything. And yes. Yo, happy. How are you? Yeah, man. We had the game is still going. It's a long game. We're 3 hours in, and it's not looking good. It's not looking great for Pietro, but both players have around 20 minutes, so anything can happen. And what happened? Okay, he took with a pawn, so he actually did not go for the best line, and this gives Pietro some chances to activate his pieces a bit. So he can go bishop f4, get the pin going. He can, and after he can go e5 too. Um, so that's a lot of things he can do. So if I'm Pietro, I'll go bishop f4 right away. But bishop e4, e5, and now that I'm thinking, I'm not sure what happens. You gotta go knight d5, defending the bishop. It's a bit annoying, but maybe f5 at some point. But knight d6, king f8. I mean, it's very ugly. It's very ugly for black, but it's the best he can do. To be honest, it's the best he can go for, because if he doesn't do something like this, he'll just lose. He needs to find any type of counterplay. He needs to go for the sharp positions with a lot of things going on. How did he do this tournament? To be honest, I only saw the first game he won. Yes, in the first game he won against the 2100 or something like this. I think the other two games I watched them before streaming. He was very close. He was like going. It was equal positions, but Pietro, when he gets very low on time, um, he kind of starts panicking a bit. So, and he blundered in both games. last game he just blundered bishop in one move. But anyways, we have a move from Pietro e5, so he does not want his opponent to go e5. That's why he goes for himself, and I don't hate the move. I mean, I know the computer does, but I don't hate it. It's a nice move. It activates the bishop. Maybe you can go bishop e6, attack the knight at some point. We can go rook h7, defend the pawn if the rook ever comes. And maybe his opponent, I know, maybe he turns blind and he doesn't see that the queen is hanging. I know. A lot of things can happen. Wait, it's not an electrical board you have to insert? Yes, I do. I have to look at the stream and insert the moves by myself. It's not an electrical board, unfortunately. It's also like, it's a new tournament, so it's like, I think this is the first time they organize it, so I mean, you can't expect it to be perfect, so. I'll call out the opponent as he touches the rook now. Yeah, that actually happened to me a a lot of years ago. I was like 10 years old, and I was playing like the last game which will decide if I get first or second place against the other guy who was either gonna get first or second place, and I had a long sleeve like on a jacket, and which was big, and I actually touched a piece with my sleeve, and my opponent told me to make the move, and he called the referee, the arbiter, and he said, yeah, if you touch it, you have to move, and I lost the game because of that. And yes, kind of flashbacks. Oh, he goes queen g3. Queen g3, queen g3. I mean, bishop e6 should be straightforward. Come on, bishop e6. You need to do something. You need to get your pieces moving. Bishop e6, and if he goes like here, you have rook h7, or maybe you bring the other. Yeah, you can actually bring this rook. It does absolutely nothing. So why not? Yeah, no. It's unfortunate. I got my revenge on that guy, by the way. I beat him in the next year in the Spanish Chess Championship on a more important game. So. Okay, Pietro's move. They're both at 17 minutes right now. Let's see how it goes. I actually prefer this position for Pietro than the one five moves ago. Even though the computer says the position is turning like worse and worse and worse. In terms of practical chances, this one has more possibilities to get out. To be honest, I'm thinking maybe 7. Okay. I'm thinking of a plan. What if let's say his opponent does nothing, because in this game he's not being very aggressive. Let's say this is one plan I'm seeing here. Rook f1. Let's say he does absolutely nothing. We rotate here, and take has to take, and after this maybe we can break with c4 at some point. That's what I'm thinking. That's the only possible plan Pietro can have, but we're far away from that. So I know this is a bad position, bro. The d6 bishop needs at least 4 moves. It's true. Yeah, it's terrible. It's not good. It's the Russell Lima. The Russell Lima is too good. I was saying I drew an international master who won. A very strong one, international master. I think he won like one of the world championships this year, a blitz or rapid. I know rapid chess championship. I drew him this year with this line. It's super good. It's like very solid. Yeah, it's a long idea. Any plan Pietro will have is very long. He played a move meanwhile, rook h6. I like the move. I actually like the move. I like the move because, I mean, he kind of goes for some. He kind of tries to make money, maybe he'll double up, Maybe he'll go rook g6 if he goes like rook g1 or something. I don't hate it. It's not the best move. Obviously, he's just lost, but that's no straightforward way for his opponent to win this game. And both players are getting very low on time, so again, anything can happen. I was saying, I don't know if you know Happy, but like in long tournaments, like classical games, the person who wins is the one that has more time in the end. Normally, if his opponent gets to 1 minute in this position, he can easily blunder something, and I mean, not easily. It's quite hard to blunder, but he can blunder, and then Pietro can win. So Pietro has to hold until they get to a point where both have no time. I mean, this is the most obvious move for this to attack on g7. Maybe h5 too. Maybe so there's no rook g6 plan or something. I don't know if I'm a bliss master. I played against him in my first game. I had 1 hour. Oh god, that's crazy. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, then you two got a blitz. No, actually no. You drew me, so you're very good. You drew me. I remember that game. I'm not saying that I'm good at the game, but still. He does play h5, which it makes sense. The computer doesn't like it, but again, we're not computers, we're people. So this move is the one that made most sense to me. Either this one or that one of the two moves. Are you gonna play any other tournaments, Happy? Like, do you have any events planned to get a feeder rating? Ooh, and Pietro without thinking. See, I think he's listening to me. No, he's joking. he started making the moves very quickly. That's good. Double up, attack the pawn, rook h7. The problem with this rook in the long run is that the opponent might have plans like knight f1. Okay, no, knight f3, king b1, and bishop c1, and I don't know what this rook is gonna do. Let's say he goes here and here. This rook is just trapped, and that's a very easy way for his opponent to, okay, not like this. Definitely not like this, because like this I'm just giving all the advantage away. But anyways, if the bishop comes to c1, this rook will be in trouble at some point. So h5 here, and his opponent's turn. To be honest, I felt so confident after my classical game. I practiced for so. Yeah, no. I actually don't know anyone who just beats a 1950 rated opponent in their first game ever, officially. A classical one too. With 1 hour and 20 minutes. It's crazy. Impressive indeed. Okay. Oh, Pietro's leading on time. That's a good thing. So we have an advantage on time. But not in the position, obviously. But still. And I was happy after the win, but the games take so long. I don't like it to be on. My goal was to move down last second a lot, so I'm not sure what to do now. Falling out of love with chess. Yeah, man. That's exactly what happened to me, by the way. I got stuck at 2100 feet, and the games, you're right, bro. Like the classical games, it's like you can. If I would play classical tournaments for like a month straight, I would probably like. I quit chess something. It's very hard. His opponent goes here, the move I was afraid of. And if the bishop would be on f8, but it's not there, so now the best option the computer is giving is to sack the pawn. So if he takes it, I don't like this. No. Rook g8. We're gonna go rook g8. Come on. Yeah, what I was saying is that I got stuck at 2100 for 3 years. So I was 12 when I was 2100, and then for 3 years I was stuck at the same level. So I was good for my age, and then at some point I just wasn't, and I stopped practicing and stuff. But then the last 2 years, I'm like getting back to it. To like, I like blitz chess. I like making content about chess. So yeah, that's why this rook a h8 move didn't make a lot of sense to me. Because now he has to put it back on g8. Because again, if he goes, if he goes rook h7, this rook is just the same plan with bishop c1, and he can get to his rook. Yeah, that's what he does, Pietro. But if his opponent finds a way to get that bishop on c1, bro's cooked. Actually, look at this. It's very interesting. The computer says the best move in here is, oh, not f3, f4. Sacrificing the pawn, in exchange getting queen d3 and, oh, I see. And this bishop's, the two bishops just dead. Because here, takes, and the bishop is weak, the pawn is weak. Knight f3, we're attacking the pawn, we're attacking this. Okay. It's also not very easy to find. He goes for queen f3. Yeah, again, see the opponent. I think Pietro has chances. The opponent is playing some weird moves. It's like they don't really make sense. Yeah, I don't get the point of the move. I don't know. Oh, maybe. Oh, he wants to defend the pawn, but I wasn't attacking it, so why? I don't know. Bishop e6 definitely. Come on. Having fun is important, but I know it's like making content, improving, and coaching is not possible. Yeah, I agree. I agree, definitely. So you gotta choose something. I dropped coaching almost. Like I have a few students that I really want to improve who I teach, but most of them I just stopped teaching and that's it. Because I mean I don't see myself teaching chess in the future. He's torturing a homeboy. Yeah, I know. It's not being nice this game. It's not being his opponent is not being nice to him this game. Indeed. Okay, how much? We in 3 hours in or something? 3 hours something? 3 hours and a half. I'm planning to make educative content there soon. I mean, to, what you're doing is kind of educative, anyways. No, it's like, I mean, it's both. You found your thing. It's like it's both educative and fun. I feel like educative content for Instagram is like not. I don't see myself doing it, but you'll find a way, I'm sure. Pietro, 12 minutes on the clock. 12 minutes. Opponent, 15 minutes. So we hold. If we hold for 20 minutes more on this position, we have chances. We need this bishop on d6 is just is the problem. If the bishop was transferred to f4, if he would do that bishop f4 move before e5, this position would be paradise. Not gonna lie. Yeah, we should have put my face two together. Yeah, exactly. The face is very important. No, I know. It looks like he's playing a bit for a draw. He's trying to get like the as solid as possible. You know, he like in the beginning of the game, he I know he decided to go for a very positional, uh, slow game, which he didn't have to do. But bishop e6 sound like it's a move you make like instantly. I think, but I don't know. See if he does it. Because I don't see the opponent's plan either. You know, like the opponent has no plan at all. Like I see that bishop has to get to c1, or like if the bishop gets to e3, d2, or c1, then you gotta resign, I think, because the rook is hanging, and then the pieces will come here. But it's also hard for him to do that if the bishop is on e6, because the knight on c4 is always hanging. So yeah. What does clip do? That's a clip thing. Weird. D4D. Ooh, Pietro is getting close to under 10 minutes. Oh, I think I'm doing it wrong. I don't know if Pietro does like interviews or something at the end of the game. So people do it. Like Anna Crumling, there's this probably Noah, you probably know her. She after the tournaments she just goes and like gives a little interview. I don't know if Pietro does it, but it would be cool. Is that move I saw there? Oh, I did see a move. I missed a move. What did he do? Bishop e8. No. Oh, king e8. Makes sense, makes sense. Getting the king out of the pin. Not the worst thing he could have done. I mean, the computer gives knight d6 as the best move, then bishop c3 as the other move to get this pawn. Actually, yeah, if his opponent wants to, he'll just get this pawn on a5 and try to get a passer. So yeah, I'll have to go eat. I'll tune in later if the game is gone. Doing great, by the way. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Have a good lunch. Happy. Okay. Bishop c3. Yep, that's the move I was afraid of. Because now there's no way to protect this pawn. He'll get a passer. And this is hanging. Yeah. It's looking tough for Pietro, guys. It's looking tough. It's rough, rough, rough. Huh. Yeah, I know. I'm not sure what he has to do. I mean, knight c8, defending the bishop. Honestly, it's just like the position is a bit cooked now. It's just a little bit cooked because it's not much you can do, honestly. Okay. I mean, obviously, wise plan is to, like, let's say you got knight c8, bishop here, and the least he can do is go back and just push this pawn forward. You know, attack on the both sides of the board. Like, let's say I go bishop e6, then I can go king b2. Then after king e7, let's say rook a1, and I can push and I can push and I can push, and then I can, I know, go rook g1 at some point and attack here. And then I can reroute my knight to f1, e3, f5, for example. So that's the thing. Now that we're getting to low on time, both of us, like Pietro and his opponent, The problem is that Loki just like is the moves for white are way too easy. Like his opponent doesn't need to think about his moves. Pietro always has to be careful, very careful. Ay, 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 ay. We'll get back to it though. Come on. I believe in Pietro. Okay. He makes a move. He goes. Wait, where did he go? Oh, F5. Oh, great, great. I like it. I like it. F5. Yes. There we go. There we go. See what he's doing here. It's actually he understands chess quite well. His understanding of the game is good. Um, basically, let me see how I can explain it. It's not a great move. It's an inaccuracy, let's say. Not a mistake. It's an inaccuracy. Because I mean, F5 it does allow him to like get his pieces in, but in terms of like a practical like perspective, it's good because now he can activate his pieces. He can jump with his knight. He can jump in with his bishop, and in the end of this whole process, um, he can get some counterplay. You never know. If he just does nothing, if he just stays like with his king and he just shuffles him around, then bishop a5, the pawn becomes a queen and you resign. On the other hand, Pietro, he just goes for the f5 move, and his opponent takes on d6, queen takes. Oh, and knight c4 now. Knight c4, oh, it's unfortunate. Because queen e6, the pawn on e5 is hanging, the rook will go to d1. Yeah, the main mistake from Pietro this game is he didn't coordinate with his pieces well. His pieces are not well coordinated. The rooks, they're not doing anything. The bishop, the knight, they're very passive. That's why he has to be very careful against the Rossalimo attack, because you get double pawns, and when you get double pawns, it's just basically like if you didn't have one pawn. So the thing is, in the beginning of the game, right, I'm actually scared to go to the beginning because maybe I don't find the right variation. But we'll have a look through the game later on, towards the end. The thing is, after knight c4, in the beginning of the game, white gives you a bishop pair for double pawns. So it's kind of like even, it's like you do get bad pawns, but you get a bishop pair. Now, Pietro does not have the bishop pair, so the only asset he had, he lost it. And there we go. Now I guess you just pray a bit, just like get up from the board and go. I know, do something, because I know what he has to do. He does go for a queen e6 eventually, but just like any move is good for white. And Pietro currently has 7 minutes on the clock. His opponents have 13 minutes. But miracles do exist, as we say. Actually, no, as I say, it's like a theory I made up in my mind. One time per tournament, you get lucky. So you get lucky, your opponent gets lucky. Like imagine your opponent will blunder at some point, you know, maybe in this game, maybe in the next game, you'll be completely lost and your opponent will blunder and now suddenly you're winning or you get a draw. So it's just like, people that say that chess is not a luck game, I don't agree. You can get lucky too, and it's part of the game too to get lucky. All roads lead to Rome. Rage beta. Yep. I agree with that. It's a nice little city, Rome. It's his opponent's turn still. He can take on e5, he can take on with a bishop, he can take with a pawn, he can do rook d1, rook d1, he can go rook e1. All moves are good. If I have to choose one, rook e1 would be my choice. Rook e1 to, you know, prepare to capture with a rook in the future. But his opponent is not me, and he has his own opinion. He goes knight e5, which is also good. Now he's a pawn up. And I actually see something he can do, Pietro. He can take, and go knight d5. Not saying this changes anything, the position a lot, but at least his pieces are active now. And maybe rook h5. Maybe rook h5. Like, let's say bishop d2, rook h5, and then take. Oh, we're suddenly back in the game, you know? You know what? We're suddenly back in the game. We're still losing, but the knight is under attack. We're no longer pawn down. We can go, we can go queen f5. We can go try trade queens. What will Pietro do? I mean, yeah, he obviously takes the pawn. He kind of has to take. He has no other option, right? I think he has to take. By the way, I can see myself blurry. I'll get a little thing to wipe the camera a bit. Should be better. Okay, now see he's getting something. His opponent doesn't know. Does he take? Does he not take? Because I think he saw that after taking the pawn on e4, knight d5 might be a little problem. So maybe he's considering moves like queen e2 or queen e3. Never mind, he's not. He just took it right away. Important not to go rook h5 now, because after take, the knight is not under attack, and rook g7, you have moves like this. Also, by the way, what the computer likes is to do this, to sacrifice a queen for 2 rooks, which is nice, but maybe a bit unnecessary, you know, because maybe knight f5, and all of a sudden you're not sure what to do. I mean, maybe a bit unnecessary, but I don't know. Let's see what Pietro does. I would expect him to go knight d5, but I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for rook h5 too. Both moves make sense. Both moves are possibilities. So let's see. Oh, I need to charge my computer, because if I don't, the stream will turn off, and then it's not good news. Please charge. Oh yeah, it's charging, come on. Any move? No move from... he takes the pawn on h5. I would have played knight e5 first. And now let's see if the opponent goes for queen h7, which is the best move, or he decides to trade rooks. The best move obviously is to take on h7 with the queen, and sacrificing the queen for 2 rooks and getting into this position where you're just like completely bullying your opponent with the rooks. You have no counterplay whatsoever. That has no counterplay whatsoever. And that's exactly what Cardi Jean does. I mean, takes the rook. Obviously, we're going to take back with the rook, the queen. Come on, we're not going to resign here, are we? What was it? Fools resign, was it? Fool resigns. Yeah, anyways. I tried to... Okay, obviously they take. And now knight f5 has to be the move, and then a rook h8, and then king e7, and then knight g6, and then knight f... No, king f7 is checking with rook f8, so he has to go here. Bishop d4, king d5, and after knight f4, king takes, knight takes, king e6. We get into this position where we absolutely lost. But anyways, maybe he doesn't find it. We're far from that. We're currently in this position. Maybe he plays 95. Maybe he goes g6 is actually no, g6 is not a good move because here, here, and here. Not good. So that two options, 95, but 95 the problem is this. Here, 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 here. And you just rook down. Okay, guys. I don't know, honestly. Now the opponent has 12 minutes, Pietro has 4 minutes. Kind of needs to clutch up somehow. But I don't know that's possible. I mean, everything's possible, come on. Maybe his opponent, you know, will fall asleep or... It actually did happen to one of my opponents when I played a game. He did fall asleep. I mean... And one time actually I was playing a Spanish chess championship and the board beside me, one of the guys fell asleep and he was just there for 30 minutes and then at some point some arbiter came to wake him up and it turned out he was sick and then, you know, they got him out of the playing hole and he quit the tournament. But anyways, not important. Pietro goes for knight f5. And now that's the sequence with rook h8, king e7, here, 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 here. Oh, no, not that. Here, forking the queen and the king. And there's not much left to do. Unfortunately. Anyways, guys, I'm not gonna lie, his opponent is playing a very good game too. I mean, even though he's not playing the top engine moves most of the times, he made a good job. He made a good job to keep Pietro, you know, with his pieces, like keep Pietro without a plan, let's put it that way. So Pietro kind of didn't have a plan this game whatsoever at any point, and that's definitely his opponent's because of his opponent. He did a good job. Also move like rook e1, I'm thinking well, maybe he goes there, but king d8, this kind of gives him more chances because after king c7, here. Yeah, that's actually not a straight win, but That's not the case. Rook h8. Only move is king e7, obviously. And yeah, rook e1 wins, rook knight g6 wins, everything wins. Everything wins in this situation. But to be honest, um, I'm gonna check. Was this tournament called again? Caravel Cup. His opponent is taking his time for now. But guys, this is a very strong tournament, by the way. This grandmasters playing, international masters playing, FIDE masters playing, a lot of young players too. So young players are very dangerous. I'm pretty sure Pietro yesterday he played against a guy from the year 2011, I think. Yeah, yesterday's opponent, the opponent he played against yesterday. Wait, no, not yesterday. I know. I thought he played against some opponent who was like 2011. Oh yeah, the second round he played against our opponent with the rating of 2011. Not rating, age 2011. So he's around like 13 years old. So it's a very strong tournament. And the 13 roll had a rating of 2,100, so 2,100. So it's tough. I know his opponent's thinking here. Does he not see it? Maybe he doesn't see it, and maybe he'll go like f4 and give Pietro some chances to activate his queen on d5 and something. But no, he goes for a top engine move, not even knight g6. He goes rook e1, and I think no matter what you do, you lose your queen. Unfortunately, knight g6 is coming, knight g6 is coming, knight d3 is coming, knight f3. Anywhere the knight goes, it's you lose a queen. So I'm expecting like a resignation from Pietro, honestly, at some point in here, because honestly, there's nothing he can do already. So unfortunately, there's nothing he can do, and there's not a single move that keeps him in the game. It's called discover attacks, guys. The rook is just... When you see a queen and a king stunning in line, that's when you have to look for something like this. For like skewers, pins, discard attacks. Pietro at 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes on the clock. Opponent has 8 minutes. It's too much time not to find the best moves, the best winning moves in here. And the worst thing about this hold, there's no escape. The computer says knight d4, but then it's the best move, but knight g6 and I can just take your queen, and you're full rook down. And a rook is not a pawn. It's not a rook is not a pawn. It's not a bishop. It's a very big piece. And Pietro goes queen h6. Obviously, the opponent takes his queen, and pawn takes on h6. And honestly, the easiest way for his opponent to and the game is to trade here on d7. He doesn't even need to go for this knight g6, knight a5 things. He can just take the bishop, and that's the easiest way. Make sure he has no gameplay at all. And that's what he does. He takes the bishop, king takes knight, and I mean he didn't even take. Yeah, he takes the knight right now, and I don't know, maybe like rook h1 or bishop e5 to bishop f4, or bishop a5. Oh, he goes rook e5. It's a double attack on the pawn and the knight, and there's just nothing to do. Being a rook down is not easy, guys. Pietro, we can see him there already with no hope in his eyes. I mean, yeah, credits to the opponent. That was a great game by him. He did a good job to get this far. And yeah, guys, of course we will be having there we go. Pietro resigns in this position, and the game ends right here, guys. After this rook e5 move, yeah, there's no really uh, no way to continue, no point, and without wasting his opponent's time, he resigns in this situation. Okay, see the opponents shaking hands, exchanging, signing the papers. And there we go. Okay, let's have a quick look through the game, guys. 35 moves in the whole game. That's what the game took. And let's see. So the game started with e4. We played the c5, and this is a goated system with white. If you ever play, someone ever plays the Sicilian like this is what you should be doing. Bishop b5, e6, you take here, you double these pawns. Basically, these pawns are probably the reason why Pietro lost this game. And you know, d3 here. Okay, that's not how it went. He played b3 here, d6, e5 takes. No, queen e2. Oh, what am I doing? Takes, queen e2, and this is probably the moment where Pietro made a big mistake. Here he could have, if he would play f6, then you know he wouldn't have to shuffle his knight back and forth. You know, knight g6, knight e7, and it would be easier to play without the knight on g6. But instead he went for this knight g6 move, which was not great, and after a few after h4 he went to h5. I think that's what he did. And here actually, guys, the ones who were with me in that moment, you guys know that there was a technical issue in here. So Pietro either played bishop d6 or h5 first. We considered that he would play h5 first, and after this he played bishop d6, and after bishop b2 he played f6. So f6, knight bd2, here Pietro very slightly worse. You see the knight in there is weak, it's not defended by anyone, so he kind of has to he went king f7 in this position, defending the knight. But again, the ideas are not very clear of this move. So long castles, a5. He tried to do something. If he would get a5, a4, we wouldn't know the result of the game. It would be maybe a complete different result. But of course, the opponent, he's not an absolute noob of the game. He's a 2000 rated opponent. He plays a4, blocking any kind of play Pietro might have. So forcing him to play knight e7 and knight d5. See, here knight d5 is a move that doesn't make sense. So you go to d5, but then after you're not sure where does the knight go. If you go to f5 on the other hand, you want to go knight d4, and in that the knight is protected by the e5 and c5 pawns. It's a strong knight. If it ever gets kicked with the c3, the d3 and the b3 pawn would be weak. So that's not what he does. He goes knight d5, and after knight c4, queen c7, and knight fd2, bishop d7, queen e4. Here Pietro realizes his mistake of putting his knight on d5 and retreats going to e7. A bit late, you wasted 2 tempos for nothing, and of course the opponent's advantage increased in this situation. And g4 takes, and here there was no big errors. There were no errors at all. e4, he tried to get some counterplay, and d takes. Here bishop f4 was the best move, trying to activate the bishop on d6, which actually would maybe help you in the future, because the bishop on d6 was pretty much the problem of why Pietro lost the game. The bishop on d6 does nothing. It's basically, I call this bishop a pawn bishop. It's a bishop that basically has the purpose of a pawn. It does nothing except defending other pawns. e5, queen g3, bishop e6. He had to go here. Pietro had to go here a while ago. Bishop e6, activating his light pieces, very important. But instead we get rook h6, h5, rook h8, and there were no mistakes here. It's just opponent played bishop, queen f3. Still don't understand the idea of that move. King e8 here. Here trying to get some counterplay, but that's nothing in the end. And in this position, rook h8, king goes, rook e1, queen h6, takes here, and Pietro resigned. Great game by both. Pietro did try to get some counterplay and maybe like trick his opponent, but the opponent played amazing, didn't allow any of that, and ended up winning the game. So guys, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, hope you enjoyed the game. I'll continue watching and supporting Pietro outside from my, I won't be streaming anymore for him this tournament. So I'll be watching and cheering for him online. But wish him good luck for the other games, for the other 3 rounds. I think it is 5, 6, 7. I think it's 3 rounds left, maybe 4. I don't know. But anyways, hope he does better tomorrow, and you guys make sure to tune in tomorrow. Pietro will have a new streamer who will take care of the game, and yeah, there we go. Thank you guys. I'll see you later at some point, and yeah, goodbye, bye bye everybody. Just gonna close the stream in a bit.